Hey guys, hopefully everyone is doing well. Today's target is to solve question number 15. The chapter which we are related with is financial statements, where we are going to make profit loss statement and balance sheet statement. As usual in our question, you can see that we have two sides, but these two sides visually are different because here look at this heading, credit balance, all above and on left side. These are debit balances and credit balances are being started from here. So still we can consider it as our trial balance because debit and credit side are written separately. And second thing which you will have to focus is there are no grand totals present over here, but still we will call it as a trial balance because look at here, debit balance and credit balance both are appearing. It is showing it's a sort of trial balance without having total amounts. In the similar way, adjustments are viewingly or looking little different. How? Because normally adjustments are given after trial balance and here adjustments are given before trial balance. So that doesn't make any difference. We will be solving this question as usual as our practice. Secondly, you can see our performer has not been changed. It's same which we were doing in the previous sections. In previous question we have used same. One thing you will note that gross profit, net profit and balance sheet answers are given, which is little comfy for us. So this was a brief introduction. We are now ready to solve our question. So let's begin. Here 31st December 2005, but first adjustment is closing stock. And you know that since it is present in adjustment, it would have two effects. First, we will be making cost of goods sold statement, which would start with opening stock. Then you will add purchases, after which you will see if returns are present, and then you will subtract closing stock. So guys, in this way, your statement would be completed. In question, we have been provided closing stock and the amount of closing stock is given 114000. Just write down. First effect is ended and second effect you will be doing at the same time. So closing stock would be present in asset side 114000 you will mention over here. So guys, in this way, our first adjustment has been completed. Closing stock and now B adjustment. 1 quarter of insurance premium falls for the next year. First of all, insurance premium is an expense. When expense is being fallen to the next year, it means it is prepaid or unexpired. Prepaid insurance. First of all, you will go to operating expenses and here you will write insurance, and since we have decided it is prepaid, you will mention it. Now we will calculate how much prepaid. 1 quarter means 1 by 4. I know you people will have in your mind. Now second thing is we will search where insurance is. Look at here, insurance is given, amount is 7200. So here what you will do, 7200 is original amount and you will take 1 by 4 or multiply by 1 divided by 4. What I have said, 7200 is total amount of insurance. You will multiply it with 1 and divide it with 4. We will have our prepaid insurance. Secondly, prepaid insurance, it should be written in current asset. So here you will write prepaid insurance as its second effect. Amount was 1800, so you will mention 1800 over here. So the next thing, B part has been solved, 1 quarter, both effects have been completed. C part, loan to Mr. X carried 8% interest per annum. Now the most important word is this to. To means you have given this loan to someone. So it means loan had been given. When you will give loan to someone, you will receive interest. So it would be considered as your other income. You will come over here and will write interest on loan to, and we will calculate it. For that purpose, first we will see to whom loan has been given. Loan to Mr. X. So here Mr. X is mentioned over here. Loan has been given 36,000 while interest rate is 8%. So 36,000 and 8%. Here you will be mentioning it 36,000 and multiply by 8 divided by 100. You will mention over here. Once again I need to check it out whether amount is okay. Yes, 36,000. Please note it down. It is your income because you have given loan to someone. You will receive your interest, and here you will calculate amount of interest. What we have decided, 36,000 multiply by 8 and divided by 100. You have got your interest. Now second effect, since you have given this loan to someone, it would be part of your current asset. Here you will see loan to X and you will add interest on loan, which you have just calculated. Amount of interest was 2880. So here you will write 2880. Alright guys, I have seen spellings of insurance. So here you can see that loan to Mr. X was third adjustment and we have completed. Now D adjustment. Loan from Mr. Y. Now you will have to focus this word from. You have taken loan from. It means it's your liability and interest would be paid. It is 6%, so you will go to other expense side and here you will mention interest on loan from. And how you will calculate? First you will see to whom, from whom you have taken this loan. It is loan from Y, and here loan from Y. Look at here, loan from Y. This is 60,000 and amount of interest is mentioned 6%. So 60,000, 6%. Here amount of loan 60,000 and you will calculate 6%. What I have told, how you will calculate 6% interest. Amount of loan was 60,000. We will multiply by 6 and divide it by 100. So we have got interest on loan from. Since it is current liability, you will come over here and will write loan from, and then you will add its interest, and we have just calculated amount of interest. Look at here, 3600. So same would have second effect in current liability. So guys, we are having D entry, loan from, and that has been completed. E entry, depreciation is charged, furniture 10%. Alright, first of all we will see where furniture is. Here you can see amount of furniture is 36,000 and depreciation is 10%. Hopefully we will be having it in our mind. So depreciation upon furniture, again we'll have to see the amount. Furniture 36,000 is the amount and rate of depreciation is 10%. So how you will calculate depreciation? It would be 36,000 multiplied by 10 divided by 100. In this way depreciation has been calculated. After depreciation we have our next adjustment. Goods worth rupees 6,000 have been taken by the proprietor for private use. This is your drawing, and entry for drawing is drawings to purchase. It means goods have been taken out. So first effect, goods are decreasing. You will go to cost of goods sold statement, and here We will see if returns are present or not. Otherwise, we will add one more line. For the time being, instead of this, we are going to write drawings. So goods are going out. That is why due to drawings your purchases decreasing. Amount of drawings 6,000. So here you will mention amount of drawing as 6,000. First effect is completed. Now you will go to the liability side, and here in fixed liability first you will mention capital, then you will subtract drawings, then you will add your net profit. We will see later on. For the time being we are concerned with drawings, and the amount of drawing is 6,000. You will mention over here. Double effect completed. Okay guys, drawings has been completed. Now we will go to G entry, provision for bad debts. It means we'll have to maintain complete entry for the bad debt adjustment, where first element is bad debts, then you will add additional bad debts, after which we will have new provision, then we will have old provision for bad debts. Now let's get back. Here it has been said provision for bad debts is 5%. Okay. To complete this effect, we need this provision to be calculated. So you will go to current asset side. Here you will mention sundry debtors first, after which you will subtract additional bad debts, and then you will subtract new provision. Okay, this provision is required to be calculated. Let's get back. I will let you know again. Provision for bad debts. So no additional bad debts are present in your question. First, you will see how much amount of debtors. These are debtors. Look at here, debtors, and amount is 360,000. So you will mention debtors 3,60,000. Once again, 3,60,000 amount of debtors. No additional bad debt, so 0. And now you are going to calculate your provision. Here 3,60,000 was amount of debtor. You will multiply it. Let's check it out how much percentage was for. It is 5%. So here you will multiply it with 5 divided by 100. In this way you will calculate new provision. Once again, how? 3,60,000 was amount of debtors, and you will multiply it with 5 and divided by 100. So guys, in this way new provision is also calculated. Then we will come back to operating expenses side, and here new provision is calculated just right now. 18,000 would be mentioned in new provision. Additional bad debts are not present in the question, so you will mention 0. So in this way, all adjustments present in your question from A to G, all adjustments are entered with their proper dual effects. We are now ready to enter our elements present in your trial balance. Let's start. So first element is cash at bank. You will go to current asset, and here you will mention cash at bank. Amount of cash at bank is mentioned as 102,000. After cash at bank, we have cash in hand. Again, this is also your current asset. So cash in hand, amount of cash in hand is 2,400. So just write down 2,400. After cash in hand, we have bad debts 6,000. It's part of operating expense, and we have already mentioned. Look at here, there were 4 elements. So bad debts are present in our question, the amount of which is 6,000. So let's mention 6,000 in bad debts category. Alright guys, after bad debts we have discount. Now you will have to focus discount may be received or may be allowed. But that has not been mentioned whether it's discount received or allowed. For that purpose we will see debit balance. So it means it's an expense, discount allowed. So you will go to other expense side and here you will mention discount, and since we have just categorized it as allowed discount, so we will write it as discount allowed. Amount of discount is 7,200. Just write down 7,200. Okay guys, after discount we have furniture 36,000. I'm sure we have already written it. Furniture, okay, we have not written. I think there was depreciation as well. So first you will mention furniture and there was depreciation as well. So let's get back how much depreciation we have calculated. This is depreciation of furniture 3600. So here 36,000 was amount of furniture. Once again you can see 36,000 and depreciation was 10%. So you will subtract this depreciation. By chance this entry was missed, so 3600 would be written over here. It was depreciation. After furniture we have goodwill. It's part of fixed asset 60,000. So you will mention goodwill and the amount of goodwill is 60,000. You will write over here. So guys, step by step we are entering all elements present in trial balance to our question. Then we have wages 1200, which is direct expense. So here you will write wages, amount of which is 1200. We'll have to be very much careful because just a single amount will ruin whole question. Alright, after wages we have insurance 7,200. I think we have mentioned it, yes. So 7,200 would be written in front of insurance. Then we have advertisement. It is part of operating expense. So here you will mention advertisement. Amount of advertisement is 36,000. So just write down 36,000 over here. Next column 36,000. Part of operating expense. After advertisement we have debtors 3,60,000. Hopefully it has already been written. So here 3,60,000 debtors are mentioned. Okay guys, after debtors we have got purchases 720,000 and just write down 7,20,000 amount of purchases. Okay, so after purchases we have stock. Look at this, date is given 1st January, so it is opening stock 72,000. Just mentioned 72,000 in front of opening stock. Then we have salaries. It's quite surprising. Look at here, 72,000 stock, 72,000 salaries, 72,000 drawings, same amounts are coming. So salaries, part of operating expense. Here you will mention salaries, amount of which was 72,000. Hopefully. Okay, let's see. Salary 72,000. Okay, then we have drawings. Drawing is part of fixed liability, and here 6,000 were already present, but these are new drawings, and the amount is, which we have seen, 72,000 of drawings. Look at here once again, amount of drawings 72,000. Alright, then we have carriage in. This is part of direct expense. So you will come over here, carriage in. Amount of carriage in is 12,000. Write down over here. After which we have carriage out, which is 6,000. So guys, carriage out is part of operating expenses. So here you will write carriage out, amount of which is 6,000. Mention. Look guys, this side has been completed. Now we are turning to this word. Return inward. When these returns are inward returns, it means these are sales return. So you will come over here in direct income. First you will write sales, and then you will write its returns, which would be considered as return inward. Amount of return inward 9600. Mention it over here. After returns we have loan to Mr. X. You have given loan, so it's an asset. I think we have mentioned it. Let's check it out. Loan to Mr. X. Yes, we have already mentioned. Look at here, loan to X, amount of which is 36,000. So write down 36,000 loan to X. Then we have rent. Please note it down. This is written in debit balance. So rent is an expense. You will go to operating expenses, and here you will mention rent. Amount of rent is given as 14400, and you will mention it in front of rent. So guys, debit side has been completed. Now credit side is starting. Rent by subletting. Since it is credit, it means you have received this rent. So you will go to operating income, and here you will write rent received as your income. And how much rent we have received by subletting? It is 6,000. So write down 6,000 over here. After which rent completed sales 884400. Okay, come over here. Amount is 884400. Hopefully it is similar. 884400. 8,84,400. Okay, this has been completed. Now we have discount. Please note it down. Discount is present on credit side, which is your income, 3600. So we'll go to other income side, and here you will mention discount received. Amount of discount received is 3600. So just write down 3600 over here. Guys, after discount we have reserved for bad debts. As you know, this is part of bad debt adjustment. We have already mentioned. This is old provision. Provide provision, reserve allowance, same thing. So reserve for bad debts 12,000. So here you will write 12,000 of reserve in operating expenses. After reserve for bad debts, liability for expenses. Please note it down. It should be present in your adjustment, but since it is present in trial balance, it would have only single effect. Since it is liability, you will directly go to the liability side, and here in current liability, you will mention what it is. Liability for expenses. Amount of liability is 22,800. So just mention 22,800 over here. Guys, after liability we have rent payable. Again, this is also your liability. So you will mention rent payable. Amount of rent payable is 1200. Write down. After rent payable, we have loan from. It is part of liability. I hope, yes, we have already mentioned it. Loan from. Look at loan from. And amount is 60,000. Just write down over here. Then we have return out. So we'll have to make little adjustment over here because line is not present. So we will be creating one more line. Insert cells. One second. Here we will again be creating a space. As you know that at the time of drawings we had said it may be possible returns are present or not, but returns are present. That is why we'll have to create one more space. Okay, space has been created. What you will do, less returns. Since these are purchase return, how would we know that? It is outward. Purchase means goods are coming in. When you will return, it will go out. So these are return out. 6,000 you will mention over here. After return out, we have capital for 80,000. Capital is already mentioned over here. And you will write it for 80,000 amount of capital. Then the last element is creditors, 156,000. So you will come over here and will write creditors. Amount of creditors 30, no, amount of creditors 156,000. 156,000. In this way, guys, all elements present in trial balance have been posted in our account. All adjustments are completed. We are now ready to sort out our calculation. So step by step, first of all, we will go for sales. This was amount of sale, and then you will subtract it return. Net sales ready. Okay, the next step, you will be calculating cost of goods sold. How? First, opening stock plus bracket on. These are purchases. You will subtract returns. Again, you will subtract drawings, bracket close. Then you will subtract closing stock. So here we have amount of cost of goods sold. After this, we are now ready to calculate. We are now ready to calculate our cost of goods sold in total. This was 66600. Then you will add direct expenses. First direct expense was 1200, and then you will add second direct expense 12,000. So we have got total cost of good sold statement has been completed. Look at here, your gross profit was 195,600 and you have 195,600. So it means our direct side has been completed. 4 sides are required to be completed, and we have completed 1/4 of our question calculation. Direct side completed. Now we are going to solve our indirect side. Here, first thing, insurance prepaid we will calculate. Amount of insurance was 7,200. Prepaid would be subtracted. it has been calculated. Now we will see bad debt adjustment. First, bad debts. Additional bad debts were not present. You will add new provision and then you will subtract old provision. So we have got 12,000 as final answer of bad debt adjustment. There is no other adjustment, so finally we can calculate sum of operating expenses. And here you can see from 14,400 to 5,400. Operating expenses calculated. There is only one operating income, rent received. So you will write over here. Then you have two other expenses, 3,672. So this is total of other expenses. Other incomes are also two in numbers, 3,600 and 28800. Alright guys, it's time to calculate our net profit. First you will go to your gross profit 195600 and then you will subtract minus your operating expenses and then you will add your other income and that was 6,000. Then you will subtract other expenses, it is 10,800 and then you will add your other income which is 64800. This way we have calculated our total amount. Okay, 1 second, we have our 648010800400. So let's calculate it again. We'll have to see D80 amount was 79. So last calculation we'll have to edit 47880 and here you can see that 47880 and our net profit is 47880. So guys, in this way our net profit has also been calculated. So two part out of four questions, out of four parts have been solved. Once again I'm going to tell you 195600 is your gross profit. Look at here, 195600. Net profit is 47880 and here your net profit is 47880. Next step is to transfer this profit to your balance sheet. How much net profit you have calculated? This was 47880 and that has been mentioned over here. So we may solve asset side or we may solve liability side, one of the same thing. 48 tetra 0 was capital. You will subtract first drawing 6,000. This was first drawing. Then you will add your net profit 47880. Then you will subtract 72,000 drawings. So this is net amount of capital. Then loan was 60,000 and you will add your interest. Loan amount is okay. So finally we are ready to solve total amounts. What we have got is 449,880 is fixed liability total. We will take now sum of current liabilities, total of current liabilities, reserve 0 and here we have calculated the total 693,480. Here you can see 693,480. What we have done, we have taken sum of fixed liabilities, current liability and reserve. Reserve were not present. So 693,480 liability side is completed. It means 3 parts out of 4 completed. The only thing left is our asset side. So here we will start calculation of asset. At here you can see that fixed assets 60,000 was amount of goodwill, and here you will calculate your net furniture. Amount of furniture 36,000, depreciation was 3600. In this way 32,400 furniture, amount of goodwill 60,000, and total fixed assets 92,400. The next step is to see remaining calculations. Closing stock is not needed to calculate 114,000. We will write over here. Now next is your prepaid insurance. This would also be written outside 1800 prepaid insurance. Then you have your loan 2, and as you know, loan to 36,000, you will add its interest. This is total loan. All right, and the next part we will see over here. Total amount of debtors was 3,60,000. You were supposed to subtract additional bad debts, were not present, and now only provision would be subtracted, minus 18,000. So it means our debtors final amount is also calculated. We have two more elements, cash in hand and cash at bank. We will mention over second column so that we can take the sum easily. In this way, current assets calculations are completed. We are now ready to take sum of all current assets from 2400 to 114,000. Sum of current assets calculated. Investments were not present in your question. As you can see, it is vacant, so you may write 0. So finally sum has been appeared, and that sum is 693,480. Let's check it out. 693,480. In this way you have seen that without any without any change, editing, or amount transferring, all answers we have calculated directly, and that is so good. If I am uh, expecting from you, absolutely same performance from you is required. Whenever you will see any question, it should be solved accurately and without wasting a single second. What we have done, we have seen the question, we pick the amounts. First step, we have tackled all the adjustments present in the question. Then we have seen all elements present in the trial balance. They were transferred to the financial statement. So guys, in this way our question has been completed. Gross profit was calculated, first side. Then net profit was calculated, second part. Then asset side was calculated, third part. Then your liability side was completed. This is fourth part, 693,480. In this way our question has been completed. After completion this question, I am requesting you to please solve this question for more than 3-4 times, and after solving or practicing this question for 3-4 times, I'm sure that you people will 100% understand the complexity or any adjustment or any element in trial balance and its effect. But in case after practicing, if still you feel anything difficult, you are very open to share your problem through messages, text, or you can directly contact to share your problem. I will humbly be trying my best to answer your question quickly. So thank you very much for your time. It's time to end our lecture, and it's time to say goodbye. Allah Hafiz.